Hello, English 11 students. Welcome to week 2. I want to talk over with you what we're going to be doing this week. I'm pretty excited about it because we're going to be writing an essay. It's a literary analysis essay. And if you come to class on Tuesday, we'll go over it together and you'll leave class with an outline. It will be much easier for you to do. I'm offering you a story to use. It's not mandatory that you use this particular story. What is mandatory is that you examine a story. I recommend this one because it's an easy foundation for what we're doing here. So you examine the story, you find the theme of the story, the message that the author is conveying throughout the course of the story. What's he trying to teach the readers about life or people in general? And then you look at what devices does he use to convey that message. So we're reading a story called The School. And this story is full of devices. That's why I picked it for this, because it's so easy to say the theme of this story is, and you say what it is. There's a lot about life and death in this story, but you say a clear statement about the message. And then you say what devices does he use to convey that message. So in this story, it's called The School, but you'll find that the school itself is a metaphor for life. He's not just talking about this elementary class of kids, but about all of us in life and what we encounter as we go through life. The idea that maybe facing death helps us appreciate life more, that kind of theme. That could be your theme. And so he uses metaphor, as I just said. He also uses hyperbole. There's so many exaggerations in this story. If I read the story and expect to believe everything he tells me, I'm going to think, this is a crazy story. This couldn't possibly be true. But we suspend belief when we read fiction. So I'm willing to go along with this story and just enjoy the ride. And so I accept his hyperbole, his over-exaggerations intended for a purpose as part of the story. And how are those exaggerations used to convey this theme that I found in the story? The theme that I chose is that life, or that death helps us understand life, that kind of a theme. And so there's an excess of death in this story, but it's told in kind of a funny fashion. And that takes us to another one of the devices that this author uses. He uses diction that's particularly informal, friendly, like we're just sitting down to coffee. It's first person. He interrupts himself a lot, and just is like he's telling us the story in a conversation. And so that helps us feel like we're all in this together. Nobody has any privilege or preference in life. We're all just living it, and anybody could die tomorrow, and any one of us could live to be over 100. So we're all in it together, and you get that from his informal tone. And so those are 3 devices. You could also find imagery in there. He has very clear pictures that will pop in your head as you read it. That will help you understand his theme. Come to class Tuesday and you'll get the help in unpacking the story and finding the theme that you want to use, because you could all find a different theme and all of you could be correct, and then figuring out the devices in the story that help convey the theme that you chose. So I hope you'll come on Tuesday at 8:30. Monday, you're watching this video and you're also reading Longfellow poetry. I love these poems. They're also convey themes about life. They're very positive. And so they tie in well with this particular story. Poetry isn't always easy to read, so if you need help with it, please come see me or text me or send me a message on Remind. I'm happy to help you understand the poems. I really love these 2 poems, so I'm glad that we were able to include them this week. And then that's it for you. All you have to do is then use what we did in class on Tuesday to write the first draft that's due Friday. Your first draft is worth 25 points, and I will carefully read your first draft and give you feedback to help you write a better second draft. So it's really worth it to spend the time writing a good first draft, so you get that feedback from the person who's grading it, me, and you write a better second draft for those full 75 points, which is going to be due the end of the 3rd week. Okay, so that's it. So what I want you to do, since we've talked about life and the themes of life, I want you to think about what could be your possible philosophy about life. Each of these authors, Longfellow and Bartlemy, I think, is the author of the story that I choose for us to read. Each of those offers you a message about life. And so I want you to think about, what is your philosophy about life? I like to say mine is that you find in life pretty much what you expect. So if you go through life all grumpy and mad and expect everybody else is too, then that's what you see. You see mad, grumpy people. But if you go through life expecting good, then that's what you find, because that's what you're expecting. So I would say that's my philosophy on life. I want to know, what is yours? What is your life philosophy? And I want you to write that in the response below. It could be anything. What do you think about your purpose here in this world, or all of our purposes, or what's it all about? Any of those questions answered would make a good response for this video. Okay, come see me if you need anything. Monday through Thursday, 8 to 2. I'm in there ready to help you. Text me, send me a message on Remind. So I'm getting paid for it, and I love doing it. So let me know. Okay, bye-bye.